Introducing the future of hassle-free and seamless financial transaction. The Una Wallet app, empowering you to effortlessly manage your money anytime, anywhere. With the Una Wallet app, you can now enjoy branchless banking, wallet-to-wallet transfer, wallet-to-cash, and bank cross-border payments, deposit at a bank, and withdraw from any Una branch. Get ready to experience the ultimate banking convenience with the Una Wallet app. With just few taps on your phone, you can effortlessly add funds, withdraw, and send money to your loved ones. The Una Wallet app also provides a detailed history of your transaction, making it easier to track your expenses. So, what are you waiting for? Download the Una Wallet app today on Play Store or App Store and say goodbye to hassle of traditional banking. Uno Forex Bureau Limited, delivering much more than money.
Oil is Gambia's leading dealer when it comes to fuel and has made it a duty to satisfy our customers at all costs. Vehicle owners and drivers need not to worry about getting quality and affordable fuel anymore. That is the reason we have our branches spread all over the country for easy access. For good and clean fuel, the only place to go is Oil. Your need for good and durable petrol, gasoline and kerosene has been covered by Oil, so you need not to worry. Walk to any of our branches and get served to satisfaction. With Oil, your satisfaction is our priority. That is why we have branches at your doorstep to make accessibility easy for you. With our professional and friendly staff, we can assure you satisfaction. To get the best fuel for your engines, the only place to go is Oil. With Oil, it's all enjoyment. That is why we are offering you low charges at our stations on the Coastal Road and Banjul. For more information, you can call 770-8080, 322-9070, 714-7273, or 387-1321. Oil, the pride of the nation.
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Bruceby opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.
Looking for the perfect home away from home in the Gambia? Welcome to BC's Residence, your ideal short-stay apartment in the heart of Bundum. Whether you're visiting for business, pleasure, or an extended stay, BC's Residence offers you the comfort, convenience, and privacy you deserve. Enjoy spacious, well-appointed accommodations in a peaceful neighborhood just behind Nusrat High School. Our residence combines modern amenities with authentic Gambian hospitality, ensuring your stay is both comfortable and memorable. At BC's Residence, you are not just booking a room, you're finding your perfect base to explore all that the Gambia has to offer. Ready to book your stay? Contact us today. +220-941414 bcsresidence@gmail.com. BC's Residence, Bundum, behind Nusrat High School. Your comfort is our priority.
Agadani. Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la sto.
Ha, code nyingi.
Okay. Nsila ID soto.
Sa soto. Sorry. Agadani.
Bijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariaka.
Mbare.
Mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariaka.
Jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbari ya bere. Birim koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato ni fo bolong blabe to.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam.
Ha?
Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol. Nka kono kiya bere to. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta même na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw. Jannom number 1 di nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi ma nin domorol din fana beteat. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Wo mo yo diat.
Apelenta
ni
baraka
ni
ba.
lafta nyelen kendol e binaji.
Yalo bukani la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Abaraka.
To the Brunch on Kerfatu Live. This is our weekly look at views and news that dominates the headlines in the Gambia and on some occasions abroad. Today we will continue our look at the unfolding political situation in Senegal, how it can bear or affects Gambia, and we will also look at current issues that have been talked about in the Gambia. And with me in the studio to do all that is Samsideen Sarr, a former commander of the Gambia Armed Forces, author of two very good and very well-known books. He first published in the 1980s in the Macmillan series a book that was called Meet Me in Conakry. The series was called Pacesetters, which I myself read along with other books published in that very, at that time, famous series. And much recently, well, not quite recently, but years later, he was the first person, everybody agreed, who put together a recollection, a true recollection of some of the happenings that happened under the Yahya Jammeh regime, which he himself served very shortly as minister, and then later commander, or deputy commander, and later commander of the army. Now, Mr. Sarr also, like I said, is an author, commentator, and analyst of international affairs. So, Sam, welcome to the Brunch.
Thank you very much, Lamin.
I don't want to remind you, last time you came here, there was a lot of controversy between you and Madi Jobate.
Oh yes. Madi is
So,
a little
since
excited all the time. Anyway,
I
yes,
understand.
Yes.
Now, let's start with the home front.
Yes.
There is, at the moment, an acute problem of electricity. There are politicians at play. I'm talking about those who want to come together to form an opposition coalition against the governing National People's Party of President Barrow, and the NPP2 are also flexing their muscles, very calm, collected, but reading the situation very well, perhaps waiting, ready to spring into action as soon as they know what's going on from the opposition side. Okay, there is also, I mean, in the international front, the war between the United States on one hand and Israel on the other is still raging on despite many ceasefires and twists and turns from President Donald Trump. There's also the World Cup, and then Senegal in particular. We have seen dramatic events over the last month or so. Now, these are some of the things I want your perspectives on. But first of all, is there any electricity in your area?
Barely. Lamin, last night, to be honest with you, in fact, for 48 hours, we did not have any electricity, except for a brief 4 hours. And I just sent a note to my friend, no, my son in America, who is an electrical engineer, You know, he attended New Jersey Institute of Technology. So when he was going to college, they asked him, why do you want to study this? I remember I was sitting there and there was a big crowd. And he told a very interesting but captivating story about how Gambia is so haunted by this electricity problem. He said,
that was prophetic on his side.
No, he said, no. I mean, like, he was born under these conditions.
Okay.
You know, like, because if you remember, it was in 1974 when we had a major breakdown GUC that has never been solved.
Until people started saying Gambians using candles.
And there's also, they say, something useless company. Gambia useless company.
Yes,
yes. So, I mean, like, so he grew up, you know, and saw how erratic electricity was. He left here when he was 10, 11, and lived in America to realize that electricity doesn't go off. So with that feeling, then they asked him, why do you want to study? He said, I want to solve the problem in Gambia. I want to study electrical engineering, and when I complete my course, I want to go back to Gambia and fix it, because...
Did he finish now?
He did.
But he's not come back here to fix it.
In fact, that's the note I sent him this morning. He said,
okay.
44 hours, no electricity. You promise you're coming back to fix it. So I always tease him with that, because he's in a, you know, like...
Well, he has to come back and help us.
No, he will never come. You know, he will say, if you want me to come, can you pay me $250,000 a year? I say, so I mean, like, and it's been a long time. This was not only something that started with President Adam Barrow, to be honest with you, yes. Although it's at a time when it also coincided with the political turmoil or the event in the Middle East, which I wrote about
many times, and you warned people that this kind of thing can happen.
I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I talk about the Strait of Hormuz, the Baba the Mandas.
Everywhere you talk about everything that is happening now.
To the extent where, Lamin, when it erupted, people call me and ask me, how did you know?
Yeah, exactly. You predicted all this.
I predicted it, and it is getting worse. You know.
But are you satisfied, or do you believe what the authorities said? And some of the things you have been talking was for them to start planning. I remember you told them what Senegal was doing.
Yes,
you know,
to mitigate
this thing. Yes. So, in your recollections now, do you think they prepared? They really took heed of your advice?
You see, I was, in fact, one person I know very well at authority told me, don't worry, sir, we have got everything under control, you know, like OMGV is there, they're going to give you abundance of energy. It's not going to be we have this, we have that. So I took him for his word. He even said we have oil reserve, enough to keep us going for the next months. But what I did not know was what, for instance, this gentleman, Dr. Gajigo,
Yeah, Usman Gajigo.
revealed yesterday at the
on
coffee time,
yes, about
and,
OMV.
and yes, and how the lack of preparation for such an eventuality by the government, that there could have been measures put in place
Yeah.
to prevent this from
kind of
getting to the gravity it is today.
Yeah.
Because I understand that we had heavily relied on Senegal
Exactly.
to purchase power,
Yes.
and also I think we are also buying power from either Guinea.
Guinea, yes.
Yes.
EG and Senelec.
Yes,
Electricity Guinea.
I don't know much about the intricacies of this.
And the third component has been the absence of maintenance on our own machines.
That's typically Gambian. Maintenance is typically Gambian. That is one thing. That is why give this Gambia another 5 years and you come and look at our roads, these beautiful roads. We don't know how to maintain, because Lamin, we don't have the commitment of a community commitment. People are often very always concerned with their individual progress, success, and that's it.
I see.
Even when it comes to, I think, work ethics, people want jobs not to develop a nation, but to build my home, build my family, and
then the rest of the society.
like they will say, "Leka suma wursak dem."
Yeah.
This has always been the mentality.
We've never been patriotic.
Yeah, we have never been that
We don't think
concerned
like as a
about the welfare of everybody.
nation. As a nation.
And that's what good countries do.
I see.
If you look, I talked about it with Peter the other day. You look at the only best planned community in this country that is well built, properly maintained in the way a modern city is maintained is Banjul. And who did that? The British.
British, obviously. That's the only one.
After the massive migration from Banjul out to the other areas, tell me where our affluent people have built that look like Banjul.
Yeah. Organized. And
Organize,
numbered.
maintain the environment, make sure Mr. X and Mr. Y doesn't abuse anything in this beauty and organization. It doesn't happen. Go to where's the place? I think no. The first most most successful settlement after Banjul was Fajara. Go and look at Fajara today. You will see multi-million dollars buildings. Beautiful, but step outside any building and get into the streets. You cannot even drive your vehicle there. You got a very luxurious, very expensive car, but you're going to navigate through a very terrible road to get into your house. And then, but you are happy because my home is okay, my wife and children are okay, the rest is nothing. This is the attitude of Africans in the post-colonial period. They don't see government as responsibility, but like warsak budugasi.
Exactly. So, on the electricity things, so what do you think, before we move on to another topic, this country and this government should do to ameliorate the situation? Because it doesn't look like it's going to be better anytime soon. I've seen a notice of load shedding by NAWEC, which goes beyond the 15th of June, where when they promise at least they will have some stabilization.
Yes, there's some. I heard from Peter yesterday that they also changed that date to the 29th.
29th?
Yes.
And it doesn't look, from what
Yeah,
is happening.
yeah, because we are all taken off guard. To be honest with you, a lot of people were taken off guard by this. I don't want to be what they call in America Monday morning quarterback player.
Okay.
You know, after the match is played on Sunday, you come on Monday to say, this is what we should have done, this is what... But I think government will set this to this time and really put a serious consideration on how to prevent this from happening again. That's what I believe.
Okay.
You know, I don't know whether, you know, it will be done now, how long it will, but I think this will...
This is a wake-up call.
It's a big wake-up call, because nobody expected things to be like this.
Exactly. And then
Who in his world thought America and Israel will get up
and go to war,
attack Iran, and turn the whole global
world
economy upside
You said
down.
this. I mean, you prophetically have written all about this. You wrote about all.
Even Americans are shocked with what is happening.
Absolutely.
It's the whole world's economy.
The
Look
war
at
is
Bolivia.
very unpopular.
Look at Bolivia. You look at Asia, Far Asia. People are long line. You're talking about successful countries.
Yeah.
So this is something. It's a wake-up call that should make all governments prepare for such a thing to happen again.
Yes,
And
it's
to
a
make
global.
sure-
Yes, it's a global problem. But with hindsight, we could have done better in preparing ourselves for this.
Yeah, if you knew that such a thing would ever happen.
Well, you have always. I mean, when as a government, you should always be on the lookout for things that are very rosy days and very dry days.
I mean, I perfectly understand where you are going, but to be honest with you, I don't want to be too hypothetical about this situation because of how it even took me off guard, and so many people in the world.
Yeah.
I followed the Middle East a lot, and I was projecting it. I remember sometimes when I see a crisis looming, I somehow, I
You can't sit down but put things together.
No. Somehow I have this kind of a hunch
that
it's
right.
going to happen.
Yeah, a kind of a sixth sense.
Thank you. 1994, 3 or 4 months before, I wrote a paper to the Secretary General, Sarah Jaha, copied it to the late Ben Suda, to Bunjat, telling them the desperation of the troops in the army. If we don't find a solution, it will erupt.
I have.
That, like the soldiers are bored, there is no activity, there is no peacekeeping, and the only thing they do is sit around and talk about their grievances.
Yeah.
So let us prevent that from happening. Of course, they almost fired me from the army, saying, you are just a captain. We have generals and
all that.
majors, from Nigeria. You cannot tell us what to do. Another thing, I predicted, I was having a program with Ibu Jallo one time, and I told him, in 2 weeks' time, there's going to be a coup d'etat in Mali. That was their last coup d'etat.
That's this Ashimota?
No, before that Muslim cleric.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Because I calculated that he gave 2 weeks' time waiting for an event. I think it was an Eid.
Yeah.
That the following day, they are going to go out massively in the streets and render the country ungovernable.
And the military took cue from that.
And I said, there is no solution, because if they stop the system, the whole thing from going on, the army will intervene. That is a necessity.
Yeah, and then what happened?
And it happened. Everybody was saying, how did you know? It's not the Mayabok or anything, but you can always think ahead. And I was a commander. When I was a commander, we had no advisors.
Yeah.
We had nobody to rely on for anything that we need to solve problems. It was not like we had a British advisor or the Nigerian advisor. We were our own advisors. So we could forecast what is happening and mitigate the problem that could erupt from there. So, what I think this government will do, I believe, would be to sit together and find out a way of making sure that perhaps we are not fully ready to take care of our own electrical problems.
Yeah.
But we go back to Senegal, try to work with them, pay them the debt you had, because they say we owe them a lot.
Well, many people believe that is the case. If government officials are trying to downplay that debt, or perhaps saying it's not the fundamental problem, but people keep saying that the debt is an element of the trouble we had, with
Yes,
electricity.
the debt is there also, but also, to be honest with you, our how would I put it?
The lack of independent generation capacity is, I think,
I'm even talking about Senegal now.
Okay.
Our problem of coexisting with Senegal in a mutually beneficial manner.
Okay, we will explore that topic.
That has been lacking since 1989.
We will explore that topic
So, but
exhaustively
then
later.
what I want us to do is maybe, like I said, fix the old generators that perhaps were neglected.
Yeah. Well, what I hear is that there have been a contract awarded for their maintenance.
Yes.
And then there are allegations and even whistleblowers who are alleging that those contractors don't have the capacity.
Oh, they don't have the ability to.
Yes, so that has caused the delay, and they are still struggling to maintenance those things. So people who claim to have good knowledge of the problem said that. I had respected businessmen who seem to have an idea, said, well, that's part of the problem. So, even though everybody recognized that this is a global problem, but then, people also highlighted that there have been problems, our own internal, in quotes, maladministration of the sector has also come to haunt us, especially in the wake of this global emergency. Okay, but so much about the electricity problem now. I hope NAWEC and the higher authorities will look after it. And the timing also is, you could see that the government is very embarrassed about it.
They are, to be honest with you, they are very embarrassed, and I think they were all taken off guard, like I said, and I believe they will take the necessary measures to make sure that this is really given a priority. Because, like you said, maybe the team, the company that they gave the contract to fix the old generators was acting like a typical Gambian. Let's say, they're not in a rush. Let me just patch this and wait for a while. Let me patch this and wait for a while. But now with this, I'm sure they are really twisting his arm.
Oh yeah, right now they will be in a hot soup.
Yes, they will twist his arm. Like I say, necessity is the master of invention. Pusante ci maraj bi la em.
Wow, that's right.
I'm sure by now they will be like, he would even not be able to sleep well
now,
knowing that, well, I owe this to the Gambia and my reputation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I believe he will really get up out there and do something faster than we might even think. Let's hope and pray now.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. You've been coming from your military background. We lost a CDS.
Yes.
In an act so many people commended, because it is very rare for Gambian senior officials to leave office because of
scandal like that.
We may call it a scandal, but where their reputation or the office, the name of the office or the reputation of the office slightly become to be dented, they give up. People count, those people, they are not many. They go back as 1972 when Sirif Diba resigned as vice president.
Yes.
Then much recently, there was the case of the Inspector General of Police, Kinte.
Yeah, because of that incident.
In Faraba.
Yeah, Faraba.
So people want to take that former CDS Cham, indeed, acted, very professionally by resigning. Well, it was said that the president accepted his resign, even though we heard that he probably was asked to resign.
Yes.
We couldn't confirm that. We only heard that the president accepted his resignation. Yeah. But his act was, people commended, no matter the circumstances, they commended his decision to go.
Now, I'll shoot that question right back to you. Did you commend his action?
Well, to leave.
Yes.
Obviously, I know his job became untenable with the allegations.
Allegations. Yes.
But I still want to believe, since there is an investigation, I'll still give the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
Perhaps no matter how compelling the evidence in courts may look like, it will still be appropriate to give him the benefit of the doubt and see. But I think it's a good move that he stepped aside, because obviously it's going to be a distraction
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And you know, I think the Ministry of Defense have also put up a press release
Yes.
to the effect that they will definitely investigate the case thoroughly and see whatever they can do about it. And it's unfortunate because, but I have always never had good relationship with Cham. Yes.
Okay, but generally, those people who are army chiefs have, you know, this kind of leeway or free hand to be able to do kind of things that has been alleged.
Yes, and another thing is when I was commander, you know, like most of the free hand given to the army now, armed forces, was under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Defense.
Oh, okay.
You know, they
but
did
but they're still under the Ministry of Defense.
Yes,
anyway.
yes, yes. But they did all the catering, provisions there. The only thing I left in the army, which in fact was during our time, was the revolving loan that we set up. I remember in 1997, when Jame called me in his office and put $300,000 in a box and say, "That's for you and the army."
Which was a fortune at the time.
Huh?
At the time, that's a fortune.
Yes, big time. That would be about 3 million.
About now.
You know, and I took it the same way I had it from his office, straight to Commander Babakar Jatta's office and said, "That's the money." But Jabe said he's out for the army. What are we going to do? We sat down, discussed it, and said, okay, since it's for the soldiers, let's put out a revolving loan. By then, televisions and
color televisions were
and video cassette
video cassette players
were rare and huge comfort. So we say we're going to purchase this through I think Michel Hosaimes.
Yes.
You know,
MXC group.
MSC,
MFXC
LG.
group, yeah.
We bought a lot of televisions and started giving it to the soldiers
On loan.
on loan and cassette players. And then while they pay, we would take it back
Deduct
to
them
this,
and
that.
put it back.
So it was like more of money. We didn't even give out cash. But
Yeah.
it is now that I
Yeah.
realize they are giving out cash and
Yeah,
all that.
Yeah, yeah.
But guess what? After about a year or so, Jame invited me and Babakar Jatta to the office just suddenly and said, "Where is the $300,000 I gave you, sir?"
And how did you react to that?
No.
After putting it in good use.
No, but he didn't know.
Oh, okay.
He didn't tell me what to do with it.
Ah, okay.
And he has done that to another officer. And that officer
Didn't do.
took the bulk of the money home.
And then that's it.
And later on, he asked for it. He couldn't account for it and he fired him. So, you know, but that was even after my case. But he played that thing. So, coming back to the subject, the only thing that the army controlled before, at that time, was the revolving loan for the soldiers. And we're mostly on you know, like gadgets, appliances and stuff like that. We did not purchase food. We did not purchase anything. Yeah. So what happened now, you know, what I understand is that the armed forces headquarters, the armed forces is so powerful that most of these things have been given to them to take care of.
Okay.
But again, what used to happen in Jawara's days and even Yaya Jammeh's days, you know, cannot be done in the way it is done today. Because, you know, like
you want to say that
it is a digital wall.
Exactly, yes.
You know,
What you can get
people
away with.
used to talk about corruption in Jawara's government a lot. You remember the case of Tixmani.
Yeah, the touch
If
newspaper.
Tixmani was here, had the gadgets we have
Today.
and, you know, could go into the office and take pictures of vouchers and stuff like that,
Yeah,
Gambia would have probably gone into a riot.
right. So you
Likewise,
mean,
in Jammeh's
what
time.
you couldn't get away in the past, now you can.
Yeah, that is low IQ thinking. That I'm going to play this game and think you can get away with it in this digital world.
But you think people said the whistleblower is as guilty as as the alleged the guy who was spying on or whatever.
the chief of
Yeah,
staff.
but then you see, like that's always the case, Lamin. And in the hierarchy of command structure, a general should never take a sergeant as a personal assistant.
Really?
No,
What's the kind of rank would you take?
at least take a lieutenant or a captain. Who was the personal assistant of Dada? He was a major general.
Dada or the former Nigerian army chief here.
He was a major.
Major.
And then his ADC was Drame, who was a full captain, lieutenant.
Driver, the former CDS.
CDS.
Oh, he was ADC to
He
Dada.
was ADC to Dada up to the day of the coup d'etat.
I see.
You know, and he was a lieutenant. So those are the people you work with, because these are officers. They are trained in institutions of military in military ethics, military relationship, and all that. We don't just go abroad to study in military academies just to come and march, deliver stuff like that, and
do
go. No,
administration as well.
we read. I studied Geneva Convention, military, the law of warfare, so many things. What laws you are to obey from your commander, and the laws you are not supposed to obey from your commander. You know, so I don't know. Maybe Cham, I don't know how he forgot, because he is a very forgetful man. But he should have known that a PA of a surgeon should never be in that office.
Should have been somebody with a higher rank.
Oh, yes. Because you could even counsel him. Because you see in one of his audios, I think I heard one of his audios where he was talking about, I tried to counsel, I mean, reach out to the mom, you know, to tell him to come and we see. But no, you can't deal with that guy. He is at another level. Especially when you are not very forthcoming and straightforward in the way you are interacting with him. It's a survival of the fittest. I mean, like, you are here. If you see the moment your subordinate see you doing bad things, that's the day he starts disrespecting everything he should respect in you.
Well, let's hope this is not the case of that, but let's hope this was just
Yeah, because you're coming back to, you know, the guy is equally as...
Yeah, people said if he could
so
gather all this evidence in court.
Yeah, do you know why? Do you know why they're saying that?
Then he must have partake in the...
Yeah, but do you know why they are saying that? They have already judged that they are both wrong. You know,
they said, well, he might be correct, but then they think he...
No. They are both wrong because he exposed something that the only reason he exposed it for is because he is on the bad side of the boss.
Okay.
They're not looking at the crime. They are looking at the moral behind the whole crime. You see, you
only talk just now.
Yeah, you are all into it.
Yeah, why now?
Why
because
now?
you had a problem with him.
Yeah, but that's natural.
But you think that is not important. What is important is the weight of.
And not only that, but that is also a natural
phenomenon.
Yeah, in human relationship.
Yeah, that's how.
If we keep on doing bad things together every day, if you want to kick me outside, I will hold you by the neck and say, hey,
no, I'm trying to see
don't
generally
throw me away.
From your experience in the military, generally whether this kind of free hands or these things could happen.
No.
It couldn't happen.
No, it could not. It could not. Even the highest, even in the army, there are checks and balances.
Especially there are allegations that even previous CDS allegedly did something like that. You hear all that?
Yes, I heard that. Even, you know, you go back even in the
yes,
army,
back and forth.
Yeah, to the beginning. You know, we had armed forces headquarters. You know, we used to see a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Which in fact prompted some of the riots in 1990 from the soldiers and all that. You know, I mean, like, we have to respect the institution of the armed forces. But most of the time, people tend to think like the average civilian, the way they see government. Like, I'm coming to get my, you know, this is not a responsibility. This is an opportunity. Appointments are not responsibilities. They are opportunities. You know, like, so the first thing you do is not try to work out how to build and build a good, progressive institution, but you run to the marabouts to help you maintain that position no matter what. So every crooked leader has bunch of marabouts who come to their houses and pray for them every night to maintain that, and just give me money, you'll be here forever. That's what used to happen in Jawara's time. Jawara's time, when they were sure, and a lot of people knew that the coup was coming in the next few days, most of the big men ran to their marabouts to get some protection. I know that. I'm telling you something that happened. You know,
so that kind of mentality is very backward.
Just killing us in Africa. You know, that is killing us in Africa. I even cracked this joke yesterday. They say there are these guys now going in the forest, you know, hunting these vultures, cutting their heads, because they say it is very good as charm for people to win elections.
So to protect you from enemies.
You know, they are killing some of the most exotic birds that tourists come to see in this country. You know, like that mentality.
In this day and age, that's very backward.
It is too backward. The army, 90% of our soldiers thought they had some balloonings that if they tie, bullets will not kill them. The most renowned, you know, self-protected soldiers in the army before the coup d'etat have all been killed because they were reckless.
They thought that the Jews could protect them.
Jews could protect them. LF Jammeh, may God, may his soul rest in peace. When they attacked and we arrested them, what did they say? Well, LF Jammeh told us that this Juju, I think Bas told me, you know, 20 people on the right, 20 people...
Right would still not be
hit by bullets. So you see, all those things are handicap of the society. If, you know, for protection, I mean, the best protection is integrity.
Okay. All right.
You know, when you are honest in what you are doing, you don't need protection. Oh, it go jujus also.
I see.
You know, it's your armor. When we go to military schools, they teach us how to fight wars, and not to just get up recklessly and say my juju is okay. Let me go out. You are killed, and your preference are killed. We are taught how to do everything.
How to avoid being killed.
Yes. So, I mean, to be honest with you, I think he, you know, it was too unfortunate that he got into this.
But in any case, it was a good act that he stepped aside.
Well, if it is...
Well, nobody expects him to come back anyway.
I don't think so. I don't think he will come back. Because, I mean, like, the way I see him, if you look at where he came from, you know, Mamad was a captain with us, with me.
It was you.
Yeah, we are about the same rank in 1994 when we were pronounced ministers. You remember?
And a few days later, you were arrested.
We were arrested and thrown in mile. I was there for 10 months.
You were released before him, or he was released?
Mamad spent almost 2 years in jail.
Absolutely. I mean,
you know, I stayed. I was released 10 months after, with the expectation that
he too will follow.
No, not expectation. I knew he was not going to go, because with the expectation that I was going to be discharged like they did with Captain Sonko, Kanyale Manso, Captain Wilson. You know, they were released in October 1994. I was part of that list, I understand. But when Singate saw it, he scratched my name. The first release, yes.
But then but later on you...
Yes, 10 months after I was released. And I thought, yes, we're going home, we're going to be discharged. I was ready to leave the country the next day, because I had made my plans. I had written to the American embassy, gave it to my wife, submitted it that I was going to leave, and they said no problem.
You never expected to be reinstated into that?
I never in my wildest dream thought they were going to tell me, Sir, you're coming back.
Okay. Why do you think Momo Chairman orders were kept for that long?
I said it. I wrote it in my book. You read my book.
Jammeh didn't like it.
You read my book.
I want you to say it here.
No, I mean, like you guys, I don't know.
I read it there, but I want you to say
in 2000. The book I wrote it in 2000, but it was published in 2007. In fact, I submitted it for publication in 2006.
Yeah.
And they had to edit it and we revised certain things before. And I was taking it from my notes at Mile 2 Central Prison.
Yeah. You had this controversial, and we are coming to the book, you had this controversial thing about the book. I mean, even whereas everybody agreed that you wrote the most compelling, let's say, atrocities, evidence of atrocities on the Jammeh. Even before the TRRC, there was this Gambia L, that was the...
In fact, that's where, you know that everything, a lot of what I wrote in my book
were already said in the Gambia.
In the Gambia L.
Yeah.
In fact, I was being consulted by not only professors, including Professor Dr. Nyang of Harvard University. He called me there to go and speak to him with some professors, and they asked me questions about the coup.
Yeah.
And I told them exactly what was going on, and they noted it. They were teaching it in their classes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it was not anything I cooked from the, because I had the notes.
So how do you come to this twaddle that you denied the existence of the stories in the book?
If you tell me where I have ever said that.
Well, they said there was a video where Jammeh said, Samsar is the one who wrote about my, and he now knows that, he himself knows that what he wrote was a lie. He never...
No. Jammeh said,
yes.
Jammeh said that everything I wrote in that book was a lie.
But he said that in your presence.
Not in my presence.
That wasn't your presence.
Never in my presence.
But you never come to challenge that. Already.
Why didn't you guys challenge it? You read my book.
Yeah.
I wrote my autobiography more or less. I wrote my life. Excuse me.
But you being the author should have been the person who should challenge Jammeh.
I challenge Jammeh to the maximum. I think I maximize the minimum in challenging Jammeh than any other person.
After he made those comments.
We had reconciled.
No, but you never told
Excuse me, no, let me tell you. We had reconciled in 2015. No, 14 rather. In September. In the presence of who? Amadou Samba.
Oh, Amadou Samba. The same Amadou Samba.
He was sitting
in
Lamin Manga.
In America.
In America, in the hotel. He was there. Carl Bayo.
Yes.
He was there. Ansu Jammeh was there.
The late Ansu Jammeh.
Yeah, the late Ansu Jammeh. We were sitting down when he swore to the Holy Quran and said, Sir, everything you have done to me, I have forgiven you. After he made so many efforts to reach out to me, and I really shy away from it, refused to. The first time he sent Ansu to tell me that he wants to reconcile with me on the basis that I should write him an apology letter, I said, no, I'm not going to do it. It was later through Sheikh Omar Fai that he asked the same thing. But then he had infiltrated my family. His own brother, Ansu, came and married the daughter of my wife's brother, same mother and same father. My wife's brother hated Jammeh to his heart, to the depth of his heart. But when he came and suggested this marriage, which he sponsored, they all became Jammeh's friend. Family members, I will call them. I will call them from, and I say, don't call us, people are, NIA is listening to you. No, but, so, in the end, I had to step back, and when I decided I was going to, reconcile with him, I said to Omar Faye, I am going to go through Ansu. And I wrote him a letter, which is in my book. Because everybody says, if you write this letter, they're going to publish it at the television. But I say, no, they're not. Because in that letter, I made it categorically clear to him that, look, I served you honorably, served the country faithfully, and you got up one morning and betrayed me, threw me out, embarrassed me. I left the country under conditions that were so depressing. I think my mother died of that depression. He used to sing good song about you, my grandmother. And that is the guilt that really prompted him to come to the United Nations that very September. I submitted it in August. And he came. It was at the United Nations gate when he first met me. Who is this? I said, Sir. Oh, Sir. And then they laughed. He said, Sir, billahi, wallahi, talahi, I have forgiven you for everything.
Okay, that was a reconciliation. But Jammeh's comments about your book came much after your reconciliation.
Yes. Yeah. Because, do you know what? Jammeh picked this idea of I said my book is false from Panderim Aye. Because soon after I reconciled with Jame, that night when I left, I called Panderim Aye and I said, I reconciled with Jame. Oh, you want to come to
program?
I said, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, sir, how can you do? Because I was the hero. I was the hero of the diaspora.
Much talk about it.
They thought I am going to take the arms and come and overthrow the government. And I think that disappointment hit everybody.
But
people hated me. Even those who did not read my book were asking for refund.
Okay.
So okay. Now when I had that interview, Panderimbai was asking me questions about, oh, but you said so much about Jame in your book. I said, yes, I said so much about everybody, including even my fellow officers, which if I were to write again, I would really rephrase it better because I have matured out of that anger.
Okay.
Now,
yes,
and then he said, oh, you want to say that then your book is a lie? I said, no, it's not, because this is my autobiography. I went through my life as a young man in Serakunda, as a school teacher, as, like even after the army, my life in America. How can I come and say that everything is a lie? Only a segment.
Jame picked it from that.
Jame picked it from that. Only a segment of that book talks about even Jame and the revolution. And people said it. Not only did he pick that from Panderi, but Panderi, after that, was on the radio for almost 3 consecutive weeks, denouncing me. Oh no, that was before. Denouncing me that I want to go back home because one, I am too old. I don't have a job.
You are homesick.
I am homesick, and maybe the winter I'm about to die. And Jame also thought that I needed a job. The day we reconciled, he offered me a job in the presence of these 3 people I talk about.
That is the United Nations job.
Yes. He said, sir, we got a letter for you. Appointment at the embassy. And I sat there for almost a minute. I did not say a word, and he realized that what was a civilized way of rejecting it.
Okay, so to march forward,
because he thought, in fact, he even told me, oh, I thought you didn't have a job. I said, sir, you probably were not following what happened after Panderi said I didn't have a job. I published my 002 form, my earnings.
Yes, that's right. And your
$75,000 per annum. That's what I was earning.
I remember seeing all those. Yes.
Yes, and I told him I had a job. I have a very good job. I am paid at least $27 an hour. I was receiving at that time. With overtime, I'll go up to over $30 an hour. So and he was disappointed. He was angry that I rejected that.
Okay. Now,
so when I came to the Gambia, he wanted to humiliate me.
Exactly.
And he made that statement, which I did not watch. In fact, Pambai came to me that night and said, oh, sorry, you better leave the country because Jame was on television, not taking nice about you.
Yes.
I said, no, I'm not leaving. I will never run away from this country again.
When he said that Samsideen who wrote about things, and he himself knows that those are all lies. You were in the country, but you were not.
I was in the country, but I did not watch the program. I did not. But Guess what? That very day, the following day, he sent me an invitation to the banquet, to the ceremony banquet. It was the 50th anniversary of our independence. I went there with my sister, and we were there with the permanent secretaries. Jame sent the protocol officer, what is Jaju? What was the name of the tall, handsome guy? I think he was like the protocol officer, something Jaju.
I wouldn't know. I know there was Omar.
Yeah, that guy.
Jiba,
he sent him to me, and I was like sitting down with the permanent secretaries, and he came to me and said, sir, Presi, come, can you come out? And I just got up, walked straight to the podium, and Jame said I should sit where the foreign diplomats were. Some Saudi Arabians, some Moroccans, and so on. I was shocked. I did not even sit where the ministers. There was a higher table. It was next to his table.
And why did he do that?
I don't even know. And up to that time, I did not hear anything about what he said. And that was before, after he said it.
Ah, okay. So, but then...
Then I left. I went to America. Imagine if it was true that Jammeh, if I had seen that video, probably I would not have gone to that banquet. One, I probably would have just played cool and leave the country. But I did not see it.
But you were not told that people had Jammeh saying that the stories you wrote in that book are lies about it.
I knew about it when I arrived in America.
To take up your job?
No, when I left the Gambia, because I was waiting for because everyone said, hey, you better go, better go, better go. I said, no, I have time. Next week, my flight is next week. And I waited. I went to visit my people and so on. The only thing I realized was that when I was coming, a lot of people really welcomed me at the airport. But when I was leaving, nobody accompanied me at the airport because Pandere was saying that I was going to be arrested that day. There are checkpoints looking for me. Okay. Only my sister accompanied me to the airport.
Okay, now...
And I left.
Yeah.
Excuse me, let me finish this.
Yeah.
Then I arrived in America, and I think the first person who called me while I was driving home was Ibu Jallo, Captain Ibu Jallo. And he was the one who told me. I said, for real? He said, yes. I said, okay, then this guy is probably psychotic or he's bipolar. And I continued my work. That was in what? February?
Yeah.
March, April, May. I was on my table working when Balagaba Jahum called me. I saw a Gambian number and I said, who is this? I never saw him, a strange one because I recorded. Hello, sir. Yes. Oh, you need to come now. I said, where? Gambia. I said, what's going on? Oh, no, the president said he needs you now. I said, no, I finished I took my holiday already. I cannot come back. Oh, no, sir. I told him you come in because I told him I can convince you to come. I said, but for what? I pressed until he told me that he wanted to appoint me as deputy ambassador. Oh, sorry, ambassador, not a deputy, to the United Nations.
Wow.
Imagine if that was right. I think you journalists who are very critical, and we are always saying, oh, Sarr is this, Sarr is that. After this guy stood on television and said, Sarr lied in his book, the next thing he called him to give him an ambassadorial job at the United Nations. How would you, why were you quiet about that?
No, but you know Jammeh was not accessible to the independent journalists.
No, but
nobody
you could criticize.
You know very well.
No, but you were trying to pose that I should criticize him.
No, you should challenge that your stories.
No, the evidence is in the book. Most of those who were saying challenge him did not read my book. That's why.
I said.
Even Panderimbai never read my book.
No, you could have, at a time, you could have.
I did not know he said it until I left. But when I left, I did not want to go to that old confrontation where I was not only against Jammeh, but I was against the majority of my family members and a lot of Gambians.
How did you feel when some of those stories, came up in the TRRC?
About what?
Did people contacted you? Did people? How do you feel people saying that, oh, these are all in the books of Sam that Jammeh said were lies?
Did they say that in the TRRC?
No. Some of the things people said that TRRC were first
read
by you.
Yes.
I said, how did you feel when those stories came on the TRRC?
No, because the TRRC read my book.
Yeah, okay.
But they wanted to change the narrative of my book and put in a new story that was different. That's why they refused me to go.
Okay, let me...
don't jump that.
No, I'm trying
because
to say...
Baba Gale Jallow said that we all agreed that Sam Sarr should never come and testify. For what reason, I don't know. But you could accuse Sam Sarr of being mad in Mile 2, of being a torturer of Mbalo Kante. They read all that in my book, which I published in 1997. Oh. The TRRC was structurally organized to demean me, demonize me. For what reason? I don't know.
Is it not because you yourself said, they said you yourself accepted, if you in this case now, that what you have written were lies?
Where did I say that?
No, Jammeh said it.
Jammeh said it. I told you here, nobody factored the reason that I did not hear it.
So why didn't they find you credible as an evidence? What do you think?
Who?
The TRRC.
Yeah, I told you just now, because they wanted to change the narrative.
I see.
They wanted to change the narrative. Because, you know, for instance, let's take Captain Cham. Captain Cham couldn't even remember the day we invited the diplomats and the religious leaders at the TRRC.
Okay, so, I mean, not TRRC. The junta,
were you in the country?
When the junta came.
When we took over?
Of course I was here.
When did we invite the
No, you had. Yeah,
the following day, I wrote it in my book.
Yeah.
Captain Cham said it was 2 days after.
You said it was the Nigerian army commander
who gave us the ideas.
Yeah, and then
he said it was his.
Okay, all right.
All the appointments were his. Yeah. He said that he wrote the speech. Abu Jang said he wrote the speech. Singate said I wrote the speech, and he gave it to Jammeh. Jammeh read it, he was not happy, and he wrote his own speech.
What was the truth?
Come on, make your choice.
You read this. You wrote this.
I wrote this speech
with the help of Swaibu Konate.
Based on Swaibu Konate's notes. I recommended Swaibu Konate. I wanted him to come and be the Secretary General of the junta, but he was not very comfortable coming at that time. Later on, he contacted me because I knew Swaibu Konate, and I told them he is the best writer. He edited Meet Me in Conakry for me. Because when I wrote Meet Me in Conakry, nobody wanted to read it in this Gambia because they said I could not write a book from Yundum College.
Yeah.
After Yundum College, you think you can write a book? Director of Education told me, I went to university, I have masters, I cannot write a book. You think you can write
Tony
a book?
Blaine.
Yes. He threw it away. I went to everybody whom I thought was literally, conscious.
You didn't go to learn.
Nobody wanted to touch it. So when I even gave it to him, he was like, okay, I'll check it on Friday, maybe on Monday. He read it on Friday, the whole night, he didn't stop. He called me the following day and said, Sir, I couldn't stop reading this throughout the night. This, if you send it to England, they will publish it. But I will do some editing. That's where I started having some colleagues. And I recommended him. He gave me the pointers. And those pointers he gave me, Peter.
You are not on West Coast. You are on the Brunch.
Lamin, those pointers he gave me were directly gotten from the foreign policy doctrine of the Gambia, 1965.
Good. And that's what you. That's
where I built up the story.
The maiden speech of the coup maker.
And I only knew about it recently. When Serigne Modou Njie, the foreign minister, was invited and said, oh, Badaraju said you don't have foreign policy. Then he started reading the foreign policy. I went back to the book and saw that, whoa, this is where Swaibu Konate got this one.
I see. That's interesting. Okay, Sam, moving on now. We are heading to an election year.
Yes.
The opposition are busy working on a coalition, a formula that would bring a coalition of all opposition parties.
Yes.
How did you are a political analyst, so okay, you have not plunged so much deep into politics, even though you sympathize the Jammeh's APRC, I don't know which side.
Yes.
Fabakari side or the other side?
Yeah, Fabakari,
So you all abandoned Jammeh?
Well, Jammeh threw us under the bus.
No, you abandoned him.
No, he threw us under the
other
bus.
side said you abandoned him.
No. Me in particular, I really walk away from Jammeh when he called me and encouraged me, because I was not even part of the APRC.
But he called you and said, he called you on telephone?
I swear to God, with this guy, I forgot his name.
Is he still in the APRC?
No. He is a permanent secretary. He talks to him all the time.
Sute Jao?
Jao. I've almost forgot the name.
Sute
I've never
Jao.
seen Sute Jao. I've never known Sute Jao.
Oh, I know.
Until one day, I was at my house. My wife was sitting, kong, say, yes, who Sute Jao wants to talk to you? Who is Sute Jao? And he said, Oga wants to talk to you. I said, who is Oga? Jammeh, since he appointed me ambassador to the United Nations, he never spoke to me. Until this day.
Until that day?
That day. This particular day I'm mentioning. When he came, and I was like, what happened? Then he came. That was, in fact, 2 days after I visited President Barrow at the State House. And everybody was talking about it. everybody was attacking me. Manager thinks I should be court-martialed because I shouldn't go to see President Barrow. I was a mess.
Yeah, because they said you supported the clampdown on the demonstrators. You said if you were...
No.
Well, he said if you were the one in the soldiers,
Yes.
you would have shot everybody.
No.
Maybe that's why it is.
Yeah, because do you know what? Do you know what? That was, I don't want to mention the name of the individual who recorded me secretly.
Oh, you were recorded secretly?
Yes, in my office.
Saying that if you were the person, you would have killed everybody. You would have killed the demonstrators.
A better question and a very fair question would have been, you were recorded. What exactly happened? But you are saying that you are emphasizing that.
No, you were supposed to have
you
said.
You are emphasizing that statement that is.
I'm trying to say
that I am even trying to explain.
Okay,
Lamin, it's not true.
Let me reframe the question. So you were secretly recorded.
Yes.
And supposedly you were saying that if you were the people, the security chief or whatever.
No, ask me, what did I say?
Okay, what did you say?
Thank you.
Okay.
That's it.
Now what I had is what I will put to you.
Yeah,
and then what happened according to you?
So many people send me that audio. If you check that audio, it's 11 seconds exactly.
Not much could have been said in 11 seconds.
It was 11 seconds. That say, if I were there, I will open fire on them.
You said that?
Yes.
So
but contextually...
That is why you were vilified.
No. But...
You were demonized.
Excuse me. Contextually, nobody asked, how could you say this in a 7-second? Did I just say it in this list? And they picked that up and... No. This guy was in my office for 2 hours. We were talking and...
So
he was even asking me to help him for a job because he said he is living in Pennsylvania for 2 years. He is jobless. And he has a degree.
So he just picked that 30 seconds where you were saying, if you were there, you would have...
Do you know how he got that? Because I told him, because he came to my office. I didn't even know what happened. I didn't even know there was a demonstration. I did not know there was a demonstration until somebody died. He just came. They said there is a Gambian. In fact, they were supposed to have a demonstration at the embassy that day. He came and said, I want to talk to Sam Sarr. No, ambassador. Ambassador said, I'm not going to talk to him. Because nobody wanted to defend Gambia there except me. They say, he came, with his rasta. I said, who is he? He gave me his name. I said, what do you want? I have questions to ask. I said, okay, come and sit down. What do you want? Last night there was a demonstration in Gambia. A new government killed this guy, Solo Sanding. I said, who is Solo Sanding? Yeah, you guys kill him. He said, he was very provocative. And I said, look, if you're talking about, I said, what? Yeah, he was asking for electoral reform. Yeah, the country needs it, blah, blah, blah. So, they kill him, blah, blah. And I was like, look, if you are talking about the demonstration that happened in the Gambia, I was aware of its preparation here. It was Duga, Washington, that planned it, organized it, came on air and said they were coming to the Gambia in April to organize a demonstration to root out the government because it happened in Burkina Faso with Blaise Compaoré.
Yes.
And they started contacting people. And I knew, even OJ, I called OJ and said, don't go into this because I wrote a story saying that Gambia Armed Forces, they don't have riot control gears. I was in the army. All the riot control gears were taken by the Senegalese. If you go out in the street, they have nothing but AK-47. They may not give the order to kill, but if you corner soldiers, they will use the weapon. That's what happened in April 2000. That's what happened in Faraba. You don't give AK-47 to riot control. And OJ said, over my dead body, nobody is going to compel me to do this. They talked to different people, including Khalifa Saleh and others, to prepare that they are going to come and lead the demonstration. Yes, you know that.
So now,
no, excuse me.
How do you come to say that?
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. And I told him, I was aware of this. I said, this is a foreign orchestrated, it's a foreign orchestrated movement ready to come and destabilize.
There were governments anyway.
Foreign orchestrated, it doesn't mean foreigners.
Oh, okay.
Orchestrating.
So it was orchestrated outside.
Yes.
Gambia.
I said, This is a foreign orchestrated by Gambians who are abroad.
Yeah, you know,
and if they come, if I am in charge of that country and they come to disrupt, destabilize a country, I can open fire on them.
You didn't say exactly what you said. If you were there, you
Yes.
would have fired them.
Yes. No, I say if people of that nature come destabilize the country, run it down, I will open fire on them.
So that was the context where you said it.
That's the context.
But wasn't that enough for people to know your intentions, that you oppose any such demonstration
Excuse
against
me.
Gambia?
Now, listen to me. I was really provoked. That's why I always say that sometimes when you are angry, don't talk. When I was writing coup d'etat, I was angry. I shouldn't have written it.
Okay.
I was angry and didn't know that he was recording me.
So you didn't know that this man was recording you?
I did not.
So this was the guy who leaked that bit about the
He
audio.
went and just published that bit. And like, if I knew, I would be more amazed. How many times have you trusted somebody and you say things that you would not say openly?
That was an example not long ago involving the deputy speaker of the National Assembly.
Yeah, so many people are caught. You see, like in America, that is illegal.
But what happened is that it always tell the people your intentions.
No, it's not an intention.
It's like WikiLeaks.
No. When you
tells
excuse me. The sentiment you project when you are provoked
is different from who you are all the time.
Who you are when you are more measured.
Okay. But in any case, people read that you, Sam Sarr, was definitely hell-bent on crushing such a demonstration.
Yes, but because they didn't know, they did not consider, because everybody was out on hatred, hate Sam Sarr, hate him, or anything that stood by Sam Sarr, hate it. That's what went around.
So you mean
that is what they brought.
Said that 11 seconds audio was what people judge you on.
Yes.
Even the TRRC.
Yes. Well, the TRRC, I think, it's not only that, but they changed. They brought about because they brought about Balo Kante that was wrong. It didn't happen the way they explained it. They brought.
I told you the name is Balo.
Yeah, Balo Kante. They brought
Balo.
All these people, Cham and others, Kabuka, say he was mad in mile 2. It was wrong. Dr. Njai, Malik Njai, who was there with us 24 hours, the late Malik Njai, came to the TRRC. He was a medical doctor who assessed everything. Why didn't they ask him the same question? Because he knows that it was all fake. It was all a joke.
So you mean it was deliberate that you were in call there?
Yes.
I see. They
butchered my character and said, don't allow this guy to come and repair his character.
I see.
That's how unscrupulous they were.
And you feel that's very unfair?
Oh, you don't feel that?
No, I'm saying you feel that's very unfair.
What do you feel?
And what do you do about it?
What do I do? I have...
You always speak
I have always spoken against
it, yes.
Yes, even this
and
Martin Hackett.
You were happy that part of the white paper actually included things that you said should have been there, and the TRC did not capture that. That, for example, the case of the Farafenni attackers.
Yes. I know. I mean, like, I read it afterwards that they investigated and realized that, yes, these guys were real butchers who came and killed innocent soldiers. And that Balo Kante should never be rewarded $500,000 is because Sam Sarr tortured him. Yeah. And never gave Sam Sarr the opportunity to come and defend himself.
Yeah, that was in the
because I was not even in this country the day this guy
But that was in the white paper.
Yes. I was not in the country when this guy claimed that I was beating him that day.
All right.
He said I went with Babukar Jatta at the TRRC, at the NIA to torture him, and Babukar Jatta held me and said, so Babukar Jatta was not there. I went with Momodou Badji.
You made the point clear. We were talking about the politics. Do you believe that the opposition coalition will come to a consensus candidate too?
No, but I think I read a paper from...
few days ago?
Yes, from Dabo. That if there
Dabo is the leader of the United Democratic.
Yes, Dabo, United Democratic. He said, if there is a coalition and somebody has to lead it, it has to be the UDP, and nobody is but him. And if UDP is not in the coalition...
He had a context. He said that in a context, just as you have said That soundbite came under context, and that is
Under what conduct? Yes.
him and his lieutenants have always said that you can't compare the electoral strength of the parties whenever it comes to coalition.
I wrote about
He
this.
said all over the world,
I wrote about this.
the party with the biggest,
Yes.
should be the one that should lead.
I am talking about the
That's
latest.
what he said. So he said,
excuse me, I'm talking about the latest. He said about this when people were even having doubts as to whether it will lead to this eventually.
okay.
But I wrote the day I heard that Talib broke away from UDP, I wrote a very interesting satirical paper which you published, saying that this is the collapse of a unified force that could have been effective enough to bring down this government. Yes.
Yes, I remember that.
Yes, I wrote that. And
Well,
I broke it down.
What informed that?
Yeah, because
UDP had existed. The UDP had existed before Talib.
Yes, the
Lamin Wajwara left.
No, because by then they were talking about other parties coming to join them.
Okay.
To form a solid, solid force that will really be effective. But when a chunk of that force left the UDP, with Talib going out there, I look around again. The next thing I heard was Lamin J. Dabo is left. And I say, wow, that's a huge dent. But still, given the proportionality of the numbers of people they have, Dabo still controls the majority based on commitment to his beliefs, his views, and his personality. The grassroots level of the UDP are for Dabo. And if Dabo hadn't backed Talib, he wouldn't have been a mayor. It was a UDP funded and supported mayoral campaign that led to his election.
Yeah, in the first round, in the first place.
Yes, and now breaking away, he may take some of the urban youths and here and there, but the grassroots of that form UDP, since I knew it, are all for Dabo. Of course, Dabo is the majority, and I projected that Dabo will never, in that paper, will never accept anybody to lead him in a coalition when he commands the majority. And that's what he all came to consolidate.
So what does that tell you now about the prospect of a united coalition, a united opposition?
Well, I don't know which other parties have.
They said they have 32 parties and groups talking there.
Most of these parties are maybe two-man party, the leader and the deputy.
Barrow called them briefcase party.
Two-man party.
But then his critics said he also had some people who are briefcase party leaders around him.
Yeah. But then he is the way politics run in this post-colonial era since Gambia started going into politics. The incumbent always has advantage. It's not about coming up with new revolutionary policies that will entice the youth or the electorate to say this is different. They see the same image, the same narrative and everything. And when it comes to competition, I think Barrow has an edge over that. He has the resources, he has he
said he has record of development. That's what he would say.
And all the necessary talking points, resources that make a politician more successful in a post-colonial election.
Not like you say, all the razzmatazz that goes with the incumbency gives the person advantage. Until when people see a genuine new.
Yes.
That's what you said.
Yes.
So that's not yet in this.
No.
That's not in the landscape.
No.
Not even with Talib and the other people.
See,
the other movements, like there is Progress, there is There are a whole lot of movements.
A genuine
young people,
listen,
like
Lamin,
Alan, the Saos,
a genuine,
the Jaites. I mean, all those young people.
A genuine new revolutionary doctrine on the platform.
It's not yet out.
You would have seen me writing about that guy by now. The way I have been writing about Sonko.
So none of that have come yet?
No. These are all going back to the same routine. Take me to number 1 Marina Parade. Give me all the luxuries, all the benefits. I'll get my own people, put them in this, go to the IMF, take some loans, plow them, claim to be, I'm going to build a bridge, I'm going to build a dam, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. 5 years, you come back and try to retain it the same way it is. This is it.
That's just like the NPP is doing.
That's how the Jawara was doing it. When Jammeh came, he dismantled it, tried to change it, but he himself compromised his own principles.
And Barrow also followed suit.
Well, it's the same pattern. You can't avoid it. It's like it is something so entrenched, you don't know anything other than that. That's what it is. You don't know anything other than what has been here, the system. That's why Senegal is in trouble.
So we come to Senegal. So you don't believe there will be a united opposition?
I can't see that because they will never agree in a leader who can really navigate through the terrain of change that will make everybody believe that this is for Gambia and for the welfare of everybody and not for the group that is loyal to that particular person.
So you mean they would not rise above their own narrow sentiments to look for the country's interest? They will always disagree who will lead.
They don't even have the capability. This takes knowledge.
I mean, all the knowledgeable people who are...
What is knowledgeable? University certificates?
You are very impressed with Dr. Usman Gajigo.
Yes.
He is one of them. He's an opposition leader. He's supposed to be a member of a group, a movement. Now aligned to Bakari Dabo's Gambia for Gambia for all.
Yes.
You are impressed with Usman Gajigo.
Yes.
I told you about a Jaite, a Sao.
Yes.
Alan.
Yes.
I mean, people with brilliant ideas.
Yeah. But then I am yet to see the doctrine. The doctrine is not there. The revolutionary doctrine is not there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And that is really that when you put the doctrine on the table, you attract the honest people, the patriotic people, and the godly people. They will not care about whether you give them a dime. They will fund you.
Okay, this will take us, since you've already knocked at the door, the Senegalese crisis, political crisis. Now, dramatic events happen there.
Yes.
I mean, people painted a picture they said is very similar to the UDP, the Dabo Barrow scenario of 2019. But again, others said, no, they are different. I mean, unlike Dabo, Sonko is very much entrenched. I mean, in the establishment in Dakar, whereas Dabo was just hanging into a few members of parliament, some of them even cross-carpeted to NPP. So that left, I mean, Dabo with no numerical strength and to go back scratch to fight an incumbent. Do you think Jomai will grow into be a big monster that, Usman Sonko can no longer catch up, despite what we have seen?
I think Senegal has evolved beyond that. Yes, because if you listen to Sonko, he has said it. He said, I have seen people who were instructed to perform illegal orders, utilized or weaponized by the president. And today when they see me, they apologize and say, I regret it.
Which president? Macky
Sall, yes.
Okay, that's right, okay.
He said, I regret it. So I am warning those who are in the position of authority in terms of security, the judiciary, not to allow any president to weaponize their institutions to fight me or fight my supporters, because we have the overwhelming majority of Senegalese behind me. If we are ready to work with you, he advised his people, don't fight, don't quarrel, don't insult. If they insult you, don't even respond. They are paying useless people who have not even been to school. I see this tailor. I forgot this name. This guy was just a tailor, but he talked so good against, so badly against Sonko. They are paying him a lot of money just to come to the television to destroy Sonko, tell lies about Sonko. Yes. And he told them, even those people, ignore them. I can take it. I have taken more than anything during Macky Sall's time. I cannot be bothered by these trivial ones now. Because if you counter challenge, they will say, Sonko dafa bari fitna. It's like they don't see the troublemaker. They see the resistance.
Yeah, the revenge. Or
Yeah,
perhaps
they always say resistance is wrong. But the oppressor is right. So he said, let's avoid it. Because, just focus on 2029. I am going to be a candidate and we will win this election and run this government in the way we should.
Do you think between now and then, Jomai would not be able to build a huge coalition of course, the most include some of the Macky Sall people, and the APRs and the whatever APR and the
PDS.
Yeah, and what do you call the other one? The Bolon Boka Senegal. How do we Boka Senegal something.
I don't know.
Yeah, you think that Jomai will not build a coalition around those people?
Well, they will not be as loyal as the people following. Now, you see, the people Sonko is gathering around him are unique and very difficult to convince to change their minds. The rest are those who were there. They beat them up before. They are not significant. They will come and sing your song. They will tell you what you want to hear because they know I can benefit from this before 2029. But most of them don't believe in anything. That's the mentality of the post-colonial way of running government. Don't believe in anything. Look for the opportunity. If you get it somewhere circular, when it is, there is this guy I was listening to, I think Sheikh Ahmed Sise, Gambia.
Yeah.
He making a program about it. There was this guy. He used to sing Sonko's
praise all the time.
Praise every day. Sonko is the greatest. Sonko is the greatest. Sonko is. Until when they arrested Sonko, he went to his girlfriend and was talking about how Senegal cannot depend on Sonko because he is too stubborn and Macky will arrest him, and if he is arrested, it's over. Amadou Ba will win, and that is when they are going to, in fact, they're going to detain him, and Amadou Ba will judge him and lock him up for 10 years. I was listening to the audio. But he was talking to a girlfriend who was secretly recording him. And he went on to say so many things, even saying, I don't know what he was doing at the sweet booty. And he was at his girlfriend. In fact, if you listen to the way Ahmed Sise explained it, very interesting. It's in Olaf, of course. Then, later on, he fell apart with the girlfriend. The girlfriend
licked the audio.
But Sonko still accepted him. And they were behind this movement. And when they won, he was like singing Sonko's praise again. Now, the week Jomai fired Sonko, he was the first to resign from Pastef.
Wow.
And they gave him a ministerial job.
Oh, yes, one of the ministers now.
Yes.
It's not a Duffy?
Yeah, no. Yes, that's him.
Oh, well, that's right.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Hey, these are the type of people you have in a post-colonial government. They will come and tell you, you are the best. At your back, you are the worst. As long as you're ready to. Jomai has the money. Oh, in fact, let me correct that.
Well, could have
He
the money.
used to. If it was Macky Sall's days, he would control
A
cash
lot of money.
and just throw it out, and nobody will.
There would be no accountability. That would be quite difficult.
Now the difference now is
Yes. There is no money in
all these opportunities are going to him to see whether they can gain from their drift from Sonko. If they don't get it, you'll see them trying to walk out.
And there's no money in the first place because they've been implementing austerity measures.
And not only that, but now give it another 1 month or two. Every extraordinary account that is given to the president
Will be scrutinized very
will
well.
be scrutinized, will be audited, will be as opposed to what used to happen. So that is going to be a very, very, very great stumbling block for Jomai to buy
to buy them over.
To buy him over, because that's what used to happen in Jammeh's days. He used to threaten you. If he doesn't do it, he buys you. If he can't, he chases you out of the country. So that's what's going to happen.
And Jomai cannot.
Either
of those.
And you got to understand that Sonko is not only very, very knowledgeable, he is charismatic.
He's a
very eloquent. And
He's
above
a master strategist.
Above all, he has integrity.
Yes.
That's what
you can't question his integrity.
And that's what you need as a leader. In this African continent, Lamin, if we were having leaders with integrity, we will be way ahead of where we are today.
So what is going to happen, do you think, in 2029?
2029, I think Sonko is going to win clean. In fact, I was telling Peter the other day that if Jomai was to be fair with the Senegalese.
The snap election, they don't have that, do they have that?
Yeah, I don't know, but I would have resigned and say, let's go for the elections. With France, they do that.
Yeah.
The British, they do that.
When the trust becomes a problem, yes.
Yeah. Because he campaigned on the he's still claiming to be a member of a PASTEF.
Yeah,
you know that.
That's the interesting thing.
And they don't want to fire him.
No.
They said, allow it.
Allow him.
But nobody, imagine the way, even the National Assembly. When
I saw him quite a lonely figure in everything I see.
In his personality.
I could see that.
The guy cannot talk. The guy is not charismatic. He is not knowledgeable. The guy, I'm sorry if I tell him who is...
but that's what they said here of Barrow.
Frank Fanon. No.
And he became...
No, who is Frank Fanon? No, they are different. You see, you are equating...
that's what they said of Barrow.
You
he
are
cannot
equating...
talk.
No,
he cannot talk.
You are equating...
He doesn't know that.
No, you are...
And then over time, he became knowledgeable and powerful.
No. Barrow may not be possibly an academically
an academic giant or something.
Yeah, academically fulfilled person when it comes to academics and so on. But Barrow is very knowledgeable.
He's street smart.
Not only that's knowledge. That's what I'm saying. If you go to Senegal now, there's one person they call Cheikh Bara Ndiaye. He's a member of the parliament.
Who was calling that for us to exchange Barrow? He said if Senegalese want Barrow.
Cheikh Bara Ndiaye is...
The one they wanted to arrest, isn't it?
Yes.
I don't know. I forgot.
He has never been to school. He just went to Quranic school. That guy is knowledgeable.
Absolutely.
And he is straightforward. If you are straightforward and you back it with knowledge, you become a model for a lot of people. You attract a lot of followers.
I see why an ardent fan of Usman Sonko, but most people think that perhaps he was so very hard.
Is it Yankuba Jami?
Hard with Jomai, like belittling him sometimes.
Who?
But that's what his critics said.
Who?
Sonko, his critics said he belittled Jomai.
No, Jomai was somebody he just trusted. In fact, people will say, Jomai showed him a kind of loyalty that nobody did around. Jomai used to come and sit and tie his shoes when he sat down. Jomai will come and polish his shoes. If he says, how high, you jump, how high.
So that's why people believe automatically Jomai became a choice.
Yes, that, like this guy, I have the ideas, I have the process. I built it for 10 years. I wrote it in my book. If I give this guy the leadership, it will be very easy for him to take it across. What he did not know was that the guy doesn't have the intellectual capacity
and the honesty
and ideological understanding of what they are up to.
And perhaps the honesty.
He found him, it was like finding a square peg, a square peg in a round hole. He is not the candidate for that.
Okay, now, how do you think the Gambia and Senegal will relate in
this matter?
In this circumstance? Because people have already started saying, Jomai and Barrow share the same character, so now they are going to be like, I mean, they're going to work together because they share the same, they share a similar story.
Well, I think Barrow and Jomai are going to be together. But whether it's going to work, I don't know.
What is the common denominator now?
Yeah, because
they both kicked away their masters and
no, because you see,
well, that's what the critics said about it.
You see, Macky Sall is still very, very much liked.
Didn't I told you that Jomai may quickly have a approximate with Macky?
Now look at it this way.
Trying to at least surround himself with Macky.
You know who is Antoine Diome?
Yes.
He was the Minister of Interior.
Yeah.
He was the one who locked up Jomai in prison.
Where is he now?
Excuse me? He locked up Sonko
and others.
He was the one who dissolved PASTEF and say it is no longer a legal party until they change to Sonko for president and Jomai for president movement. He was the one who barricaded Sonko for 55 days. He was the one who was saying the demonstrators, they killed 84 of them. 2,000 in jail were terrorists. Jomai reserved him at the parliament, at the palais, about 2 weeks ago.
You received him?
Received him there, consult him on security, and the guy came, has the audacity, he was in hiding until this happened. He had the audacity to say, yeah, they called me to talk about security.
Just like what the APRC people did when Barrow left Dabo, left the UDP and went on they went and embraced him. They now said, oh, we have a lifeline now. So well, you see, the stories are similar in many ways.
No, not similar.
Because where was this guy? He thought, this Antoine you're talking about, he thought he was done and buried.
Yes.
Now the split between Jomai and let's say the expulsion from government of Usman gave him a lifeline.
Yes.
And Jomai is giving him a lifeline.
Yes, but you did.
Similarities are.
No. You're comparing individual and parties.
Well, okay. Many more will follow. And
no. There are a lot of.
Even Macky Sall may
there
follow.
There are three members of the Jomai government who were in the who once served in the in Macky Sall's government, including the Minister of Interior. He was the Minister of Interior
from
now.
From the beginning.
Yeah. No.
After he split with Sonko.
Minister of Interior now, the Minister of Interior now was the Minister of Interior who conducted the elections in 2024. And Jomai,
he came back to the cabinet now.
He's in the government.
So Jomai is now bringing back people who would have otherwise been his enemies.
It's the old system coming back.
So you see, this is what happened now.
No, because
he will say he will preach reconciliation.
Yes, because he doesn't know any better. That's what I'm saying. Jomai cannot think outside what he understands from probably school, college, and university. He doesn't know what Sonko is teaching. Like he's talking about Sheikh Anta Diop, Mamadou Dia, Sekou Touré, Kwame Nkrumah, Julius Nyerere. These were Pan-Africanists who were thinking about.
When he went to Nairobi, he had a whole list of all the freedom fighters in Kenya, and people were even amazed. What was the relevance of his? Where school of thought is he coming from?
Yeah, no. He's just out of this world, because Sonko is the only leader in Senegal whom I heard saying that if Senegal and the Gambia cannot get along very well in a way that will show the whole world that Pan-Africanism could be a success, we should never talk about Pan-Africanism.
So you mean the Gambia and Senegal should be a model for that?
Yes.
But now that Sonko is no longer in the government,
Yes.
and it's now going to be Jomai,
Yes.
I'm trying to tell you, how is the relationship between Gambia and
It's going to be just like what we have in Macky Sall.
Macky Sall and Barrow?
Yes, it's just going to be like that, or even even less, or even more crazy. Because I wrote in one of my papers that the relationship between Macky Sall and Barrow, the cordiality, the friendliness
Has never been.
has never been between any two presidents of the region since time immemorial.
Yeah, it's the chemistry and the circumstances they came
Chemistry,
together.
The trust, this
The
exhibit,
brotherliness.
the so and so on.
Yeah.
But to me, it is more of a personal issue
Than
a national and international issue.
Good point. Do
Because-
you think that spirit will continue with Jomai now?
That's what it is going to happen. Because what will happen is they will say, "Oh, Jomai Sonko, Jomai Barrow," but they will continue strangling us through our borders economically. They will not allow us to do any trade across these borders. Since 1989, when they closed this border, they will keep on doing the same thing because it is part of their economic interest. We have to look beyond running Senegal separately, Gambia separately. We have to work out something that is mutually beneficial to both of us. We're not going to do that. And look, last 2 weeks, I saw this tanker leaving Senegal. They said there was this tanker having contaminated fuel.
Was rejected from landing in Senegal.
Yes.
And was heading to
No,
Gambia.
it was tested and discovered that it was contaminated. And they say, "Get out. You're not going to
You're not gonna
discharge
offload
it here."
Yeah. And there were talks, fierce.
And they said it was coming to the Gambia.
Gambia.
And even they said it arrived at some point. I saw the leader of Pura,
Senghor.
Yoguba, saying that they are going to look into it.
They are going to look into it.
Yes, I saw that
I
statement.
saw-
I think it was.
I saw business people saying, raising the alarm that it shouldn't be allowed to
They
discharge.
shouldn't be allowed. And in fact, that very night they said even it arrived at around 11 o'clock at the airport. Sorry, at the port.
What?
Listen to me.
What is that? Where is that vessel now?
I don't even know. But what I'm trying to tell you is, in a better, good, perfect relationship between Gambia and Senegal,
That ship shouldn't even head here again.
that ship, Senegal should have called Gambia and said,
said-
"These are the test results. We are faxing it or to this is it. It's bad fuel. Don't even allow it to come close." But sitting here weighing whether it's gonna come or not, it's not even tenable in my.
Especially given the Russian ship.
Yes.
Can you remember that?
So you see, there are so many things, collaborations that we should do. So if we cannot go to that level where we can trust each other in even checking things that are very important as that nature,
Then of course.
what do you expect we can benefit from this kind of relationship?
Well, they are in Dakar talking about
it's more of a political
Mob the
scenario.
Senegambia in the Presidential Council.
The last time they had that meeting was in 2023, right?
Yeah.
2025, it didn't happen. Why?
Well, the people were new. Jomai was
2025, it didn't happen. Why?
new.
Because Sonko was there.
Yes. So you want
Because
to...
Sonko is always the boogeyman.
so you mean...
people are just pretending
are
to
you
like him.
Are you directly
And
saying
everything they hate about politicians
is in Sonko?
Sonko.
has.
It's
So you
straightforward
want-
politicians.
so you want to say-
Politicians are not supposed to be.
So you want to say that the ouster of Sonko from government make it even more easy now for Barrow and Jomai to be on a much more...
I think it's going to be, but if I were Barrow, I will be a little bit
careful.
more, very careful,
Yeah.
because we built a very, very bad name against Sonko during Maki's days.
I mean, Barrow and
Even-
others were suspected to have supported
yes,
Macky Sall.
Sonko once, mentioned it. And
Sonko once mentioned it.
Oh yes, he mentioned something to the effect that Mbalo and Barrow are always being used by
Macky Sall.
Macky.
He said that?
Yes, I had it.
Oh, okay.
I follow Senegal like this.
Oh, I see.
So, I mean, like, if I were him,
I should be careful.
I will be careful.
Because you never
and
know
not-
what can happen in the next 2 years or so.
Trust me. I don't know whether I'm going to be around or not.
I
but
hope you are.
Mark
Pray.
this down that Pastef is going to be
The next
leading
Senegal.
Senegal's government, and the president is going to be nobody
But Usman Sonko.
but Usman Sonko.
Okay, we'll tell Barwa to be careful, to know how to play his cards then, so that we can still be. Sheriff Samsideen Sarr, thank you very much. You have been away from the program, but definitely you make up for it. You make up the lost time.
You know, we were supposed to conduct this in Wolof.
In Wolof, but we will find another time. Thank you very much. The brunch will be back next week.
Introducing the future of hassle-free and seamless financial transaction. The Una Wallet app, empowering you to effortlessly manage your money anytime, anywhere. With the Una Wallet app, you can now enjoy branchless banking, wallet-to-wallet transfer, wallet-to-cash, and bank cross-border payments. Deposit at a bank and withdraw from any Una branch. Get ready to experience the ultimate banking convenience with the Una Wallet app. With just few taps on your phone, you can effortlessly add funds, withdraw, and send money to your loved ones. The Una Wallet app also provides a detailed history of your transaction, making it easier to track your expenses. So, what are you waiting for? Download the Una Wallet app today on Play Store or App Store and say goodbye to hassle of traditional banking. Uno Forex Bureau Limited, delivering much more than money.
Jar Oil is Gambia's leading dealer when it comes to fuel and has made it a duty to satisfy our customers at all costs. Vehicle owners and drivers need not to worry about getting quality and affordable fuel anymore. That is the reason we have our branches spread all over the country for easy access. For good and clean fuel, the only place to go is Jar Oil. Your need for good and durable petrol, gasoline and kerosene has been covered by Jar Oil, so you need not to worry. Walk to any of our branches and get served to satisfaction. With Jar Oil, your satisfaction is our priority. That is why we have branches at your doorstep to make accessibility easy for you. With our professional and friendly staff, we can assure you satisfaction. To get the best fuel for your engines, the only place to go is Jar Oil. With Jar Oil, it's all enjoyment. That is why we are offering you low charges at our stations on the Coastal Road and Banjul. For more information, you can call 770-8080, 322-9070, 714-7273, or 387-1321. Jar Oil, the pride of the nation.
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Bruceby opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited, or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051, or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.